What's up, y'all? Driver Ed here. Now, every now and again, somebody will get all taxi cab confessional on me and ask, Ed, has anyone ever had sex in your Uber? And this is the story I tell them. True story. So it was the night before Thanksgiving a couple years ago, and instead of heading to the bar and having that god-awful conversation with somebody that I haven't seen from high school, what are you up to these days? I chose to go out in Uber. Before heading out, I was watching television, and they were running a promo for the movie Titanic, which was showing that weekend. And in the commercial, they showed that iconic scene of the hand up against the glass in the car, and I started freaking out because that was one of the two scenes that my wonderful mother made me leave the theater for. We all know the other. Mom, you see this? This scene that you wouldn't let me watch isn't only on TV, it's in the promo. And you made me leave the theater for that? I can't believe they would show that on television. I'm gonna call the network. This society is just going right down the toilet. Anyway, I head out driving, and it's a busy night, and it's getting later, and I get pinged into a neighborhood, to a cul-de-sac specifically. And in the cul-de-sac, there's a lone car sitting there, and it looks like the guy left his headlights on. Pull up, and I'm waiting for my rider, and as I'm sitting there waiting, I notice, is that car shaking? And now that I give the car a serious look, I notice the windows are all fogged up, just like Titanic. And in the car, I noticed two figures. One in the back seat, and the other in the back seat, and the front seat, and the middle console. Not even joking, I'm still processing what's going on, and my first thought was, are they fighting? Listen, save an accidental glance when I walked into the wrong room during senior week, I have never actually seen people do it before. It is not like what they show in the movies, man. It did not look like something I would ever want to partake in. It looked kind of like a wrestling match between two people having a seizure. Remember, this was a couple years ago, November 2017. This was right around the time the Harvey Weinstein story broke. And all the media was talking about was how there's a war being waged against women. And I like women. I don't think there should be a war against them. Most of them are pretty cool. Some of them I could do without, but there shouldn't be a war against them. And as I'm seeing this undesirable act unfold in front of my eyes, the only thing I could think of was, is this part of the war effort? Am I supposed to do something? But then the angel on my right shoulder, my woman's right shoulder, said, come on, Ed, you read The Feminine Mystique. She's a grown woman, probably underage. She's allowed to make her own choices. She don't need you to save her. Yes, my women's rights angel has a little sass. What of it? So as I'm contemplating on whether I'm supposed to intrude on this woman's sexual expression or stand idly by as a #MeToo unfolds in front of my face, this is when it gets weird. Another dude comes walking out of the house that the car was parked in front of, heading deliberately to this car. My heart started pounding. Listen, her body, her choice, this, that, and the other, okay. But the way I see it is that when she was getting ready to go out tonight, doing her hair, there was no way she was thinking, oh, I sure hope tonight's the night I end up with two dudes in the back seat of a 97 Camry. I am praying this dude does not try to join, but he is heading straight to this back door. I do not want to involve myself in this situation, but I also just can't let that happen in front of me. Sure enough, he goes right to that back door, and I had my door cracked, ready to spring into action. Dude opens the back door of the Camry. The car lights up to reveal two youthful and connected bodies. And what does this dude do? He screams, oh snap, this ain't my Uber. Looking for Eddie? Yeah, over here. He gingerly apologizes and closes the door, walks over to me as the two backseaters are scrambling for clothes. And the best or worst part, however you want to look at it, he wasn't the only one in the Uber ride. So we had to sit in the cul-de-sac waiting for his friends to come out of his house as these two guys are sitting in the back seat uncomfortable waiting for us to leave. It was the most awkward cul-de-sac in America that Thanksgiving Eve. I'm Driver Ed. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you click subscribe if you want to see more. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And hey, remember, check the license plate before getting in an Uber. Not just for personal safety, but also so you don't interrupt any passionate lovemaking. Over and out. You know, looking back, why was it I had to leave the theater for the painting scene, but, you know, guy jumping to his death by ricocheting off of a giant boat propeller only to helplessly drown in a freezing ocean? Huh, you can watch that, Ed. I know it's going to keep you up for 2 days, but, oh, I get it, Mom. Boobs, bad. Horrific death of thousands of people? Yeah,